Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dr. East, and this is the weekly adventurer mod of Tales of Maj'Eyal. As you can see, Tarka just gave us sheer badassery, which is absolutely essential to any successful run. Now, we are looking for thieves. We have found thieves. Oh. Awesome as it is, I forgot that it was not a sustained thing like pirate. It does take a turn. I am badass, you are odd. I'm curious. Does it actually do anything? Nope. It's fun. There you are. You're also a Sun Paladin. Or perhaps an Anorethil. 7 armor's nice, but it's not as good as what I have. It's always possible to get a decent dagger in here. Something maybe to compete with our current dagger, even if we're not using it. Who knows, maybe we should go to 2 daggers. We shouldn't go to 2 daggers. I don't think. We can experiment with it. Thank you, sir. Yeah, about cutting up to 16, just because. That's pretty good as is. I don't really need that, so let's just start going to light armor training. I like having a point in second life, but hard to beat Bone Shield. Yep, I have been silenced. Oh, that's a mental, I forgot. Crud. In that case, be odd. Oh, well. It can get worse quick. Oh no, he's out of range. He's not awed by my badassery. I must make him so. Yes. Yes, I'm sure you do. No great daggers. Fantastic prefix to have, but we will not make use of it. Yay! He's actually kind of pointless in the weekly challenge. He gives you a little bit of gold, but you're not gonna go past the Treadwall, however it is. So, let's see if there's a hermit back here. Ancient Elven Ruins if we need a mummy binding. Which I don't think we do at the moment. Alright, so that was thieves. Time to go for Subject Z. Because a little bit of confusion immunity and some mental save is never bad when they're not attached to an item. And it gives us a chance to get another level or 2 before we jump into the maze. So yeah, the class that would go with this build, Shalor is hard to beat. They get nice crits, and they generally, before they fight the Master, get Timeless. And of course they get speed boosts based on magic as an activated ability. We've wasted a category point and a class point at least. We could certainly make do with fewer class points than we've got set up currently, especially in our procs. You, sir, are particularly nasty. I don't even know what you were. Oh, there you are. You didn't actually die, did you? What are you? Well, whatever you are. Arcane Reconstruction, Lightning... Oh, you are an Archmage. I wish I had a shield room. Let's see if there's a better staff than what we got. If you'd be short, that'd be amazing. I think you're just potent from what you had. Yeah, potent. It's got days. Come on. Stop hitting yourself, bro. Ah, the sounds of doors. God, I've got 4 procs because I got Martyr too. Both of the schools that give me procs give me 2. Better healing infusion. Short staff. Yes. Let us change to physical. Let's see what kind of damage we can do with this. More damage is the answer. More damage is always the answer. This also may make, I don't know if Breach requires 2 weapons, or it says ranged or melee weapons, but a lot of Temporal Warden won't let you use staff after a bunch of Temporal Warden builds solely use staff back before they changed the entire class. There was a staff bow combo, which mocked the dual weapon idea in favor of casting spells along with shooting bows. They decided they only wanted the mage-like one to, you know, be a mage. Alright, we are at 15. Ooh, do I want second life or do I want a wormwalk? Wormwalk is very nice. It's an escape button. But I do have a teleportation hack piece currently. This may turn off. What? Oh, no, it doesn't. 32. Yeah, I can do that twice. That's right, I'm unfatigued. So, magical, physical? Sure. Don't really care about any of that. I mean, for spell crit and max fit could be very good for this character if we were taking a different direction. He is not. So, the 60 regeneration will get replaced with another. We get a physical mental to go with a physical magical would be the perfect setup. And that other regeneration is now going to clear bleeds and poisons so that my physicals can do their work. I'm not really a regeneration sort of build. More of a shield build. Other reason to go for lore, they start with a shield rune, which the fact that I can boost shields with my hits on Weapon of Light makes absolutely worthwhile. I do believe that hits with both weapons. It's nice. Yeah, double weapon is definitely the way to go. This style of build. That's how if I were to go like Corruptor style or something. Or just caster style in general, instead of casting only to supplement my massive attacks. Yeah, you guys sting a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Now my carrion worms are boosted. There's a lot of carrion worms around me. They'll do most of the work. Short yew staff. Even better than a short ash staff. And it's got warding, which when we set it to physical will give me physical warding. Which is about the best kind of warding you can get. And of course it's got more damage than ash for the attack. I could set it to time or light if I wanted more proc, but I actually do a little physical damage thanks to weapon manifold. Half of that damage can be physical. So it's not completely useless. Did I just get rid of a second portation? Give me a check. Don't really care. I have quite a bit of teleporting. I can get a teleport rune and have more. Truth is, I've got plenty of ability to clear effects, thanks to my chance. Well, I should probably move warding over to a place. Yeah, that'll work. Because it's funny, that's why. What do you want to do? That's two-handed. It's actually got a lot of physical boost. Almost worth it for that, but not for this. You can make a physical caster pretty easily out of this setup. It would involve bone and gravity. Be a little wonky. Alright, let's deal with Subject Z. I should have thrown on my shield before I opened the door. Yep. That's your game, huh? You've pinned my friend. Alright. Give me some nice stuff. And I will actually have a second ring at the moment, so Night Song will work perfectly. It's gonna be like an 80% chance to drop for him. I've seen him not drop it. Alright, fill out Bone Shield. Excellent. Accuracy gives us damage. And, you know. Alright, so now into the Tier 2 dungeons. We should have enough time to get through the maze before this video is over. Oh, you sons of guns. I've got boots of speed, you can't catch me. Ambushes are the only place you get strong anti-magic enemies at this point in the game. Eventually the orcs can do pretty strong anti-magic against you, even in the orc caves. But for the challenge, the only thing you need to worry about anti-magic wise is the ambushes. At this point it might even be takeable, but don't want to test it. Nope. Well, let's have some fun. Where did he go? Ah, summoner, huh? So am I. Stun freeze reduction. Ooh, that's good stuff. Versus a bunch of stuff I don't really care about, except the speed. A little bit of stun freeze reduction. Let's slow down again. Ouch. really got to go in and fix that frame rate for resting. I come to Tales of Maj'Eyal from an old roguelike called Dungeon Soup. Or Stone Soup. Because you could they were throwing everything into it if you know the old story about Stone Soup. Great roguelike. Very old school. But the rest feature just instantly took you to the point where either you were fully rested or something showed up that interrupted your rest. It didn't do this step-by-step, like one step per frame, waiting game. Which can be really frustrating when you've got a lot of resource to regenerate, and a slow regeneration. Or for instance Bone Shield, which is, they recharge slowly. But they're worth waiting for the recharge. And you lose 2 or 3 of them every time you're in enemy combat just from incidental damage. High defense actually does work well with Bone Shield, because not taking hits means not losing bones. Or Bone Shield charges. So that is one place that dexterity is better than strength when you've got a Bone Shield user. I wonder if that applies to Reavers. I've never tried a dexterity-based Reaver. There's no reason you can't have a dexterity-based Reaver with dexterity, cunning, and magic using daggers. The fact that they can use one-handed weapons in their offhand doesn't mean they have to. They can even use, a lot of Reavers use staffs actually and just play like a corruptor. And give up spell crit and spell crit damage and the blood tree for the rot tree, basically defenses and free bone shield or free bone tree, instead of having to spend a category point on it. Works out pretty well for them. And they have the free attacks when they cast spells going on. Okay. The reason that's important is that they can also throw light damage onto their staff and actually do a ton of damage just to things in melee range. Don't think there's anything here I particularly care about. Is that a Bright Lantern of Health? No, just brass. Also waiting on this light recharge. Why don't I have instant speed shields? And why do I always forget I don't? Thank you. Do some damage. Manifold is so much better with 2 weapons. I don't think it has a reduced proc rate with 2 weapons. Yeah, no. Temporal Wardens are supposed to use 2 weapons, so it's kind of built in. You may wonder, why am I using a staff instead of using some other one-handed weapon? The answer is accuracy to proc, my friend. Accuracy to proc. By which I mean, oops. If you look at AC plus, the 4th line down there, plus 1.3% procs damage per accuracy. Now, that's accuracy after the tier diminishing returns. Which, if you don't understand that system, well, I can take a moment to explain it. There are 2 ways that returns diminish from investment in Tales of Maj'Eyal. There's the basic return that, generally speaking, when you put more points in, you get less and less of whatever you're getting out of whatever it is you're putting points into, be it class or generic. But there's also and this is the reason cunning is everyone's second favorite stat, anything, if you look over there, it says accuracy, physical power, spell power, mind power, defense, physical save, spell save, mind save. All of those things are on a tier system. And different tiers are different colors. You'll see that spell power and accuracy for me are the turquoise color. That means that they're second tier. Physical power and mind power are, well, physical power is white, it's first tier. Mind power is gray, it's 0th tier. I have that backwards. First tier is gray, second tier is white, third tier is the turquoise. Every 20 points you jump a tier, so 21 to 40 is a tier, 41 to 60 is a tier. And for every it takes a number of raw points equal to the tier of the stat you have to raise it by 1 in actuality. So it takes 3 points of accuracy for me to go up to 61. At 61, it'll be tier 4. It'll take 4 points of accuracy to go up. Critical chance from cunning is not in that list of things that are affected by tier, which means cunning is one of the few stats that no matter what you do will not diminish as you increase it when it comes to that strength of that. Whereas for dexterity, defense is on that list, accuracy is on that list, crit chance reduction isn't, so that's another sort of the counterpart to cunning. And range defense is on that list. Strength, everything but encumbrance is on that list, but heavy armors have naturally high numbers, so it's a bit of a trade-off, of course. Spell power for magic's on that list, but it's used in everything I do, so it's worth raising it as high as I can get it. And the other reason you want to raise things that are on diminishing returns, even past the point they would otherwise be... I mean, otherwise it wouldn't be worth the investment, is for cross-tier effects. If I'm of a higher tier in something that requires a save than my enemy, then when they fail to save, they'll also suffer a cross-tier effect. Now, for example, currently nothing I have takes advantage of that, but when I take Starfall, that will involve a save against a stun. That means that if my spell power, which is the source of the stun, is greater than whatever they're saving against, either spell save or physical save, I'm not sure how it's going to be calculated, then I can also get Spell Shock, which will reduce all resistances, and that's extremely powerful. This is why Reavers are always getting Spell Shock off of their disease-causing little disease button, which makes it worth it even if you only put 1 point in it. Spell Shock reduces all resistances by 20. There's also Off Balance, which reduces all damage that the person does. That's for, I believe, accuracy against defense or physical. Accuracy against defense might have something different, and I don't think there's a lot of things that take advantage of that. That's why... Actually, never mind. That's physical against physical save. Accuracy against defense, the excess goes into the AC plus on a given weapon. And then mental save against mental defense is Brain Lock. This fellow is a unique... What kind of unique are you? You are a Temporal Warden unique. Hey, I'm like that too. Unfortunately, he has a bunch of annoying... Ooh, time loop. Oh, that's always bad. Well, let's see, my options are somewhat limited here. Because I'm dual wielding, by the way, I'm recharging my shield twice every time I hit, which doubles the effectiveness of it. Of course, after a certain number of recharges, the shield will die. But that does make Bathe in Light extremely useful. This is an anti-magic bush. Penalty to spell power from standing here. I do not like that, Mr. Drake. So I shall avoid it. And of course moving is more effective for me than for most because of the light armor defense bonus. Alright, you're being evil, but then you're a Temporal Warden, they're all evil. Time to take advantage of some of my defenses, which are sadly a bit active for my taste. And you're dead. Fittingly, you dropped a bunch of range stuff. Flash Clash. Some of the names are hilarious. Steel Helm of Garcool. Strength, Will, and Con. A bunch of saves. Steel Helm of Garcool is almost always worth it for the saves alone. The extra stuff is just a gratuitous bonus. I mean, Will and Con is something that almost everyone loves. In my case, it's probably one of the weaker things. I don't really care about light regeneration. I don't really care about anomaly from Paradox. It has no effect on shadow or light. And my mana, as you can see, is way more than I will ever use, because I don't use Channel Staff. Such is life. just gotta check to make sure there's not something amazing on these legendaries. No, nothing. You have nothing for me. I guess I could take this instead of my spiked. That's kind of worth it, the 5 magic on that. It's not like I use my armor for actual armor. I use magic for that. I've got 2 effects that turn magic into armor. Between Shanto Fortress and should probably give me 6, and Defensive Posture also give me 6. Came out of it with a level, so that I think is where we're going to call it for now. I've picked up 1 rank of Second Life. We're going to pick up Wormwalk, which is not as useful for us as for characters that can actually generate worms, although we'll eventually be able to do that. Second Life is also worth bolstering. There's a lot of good stuff at the top end here. We're going to go ahead and actually grab an offensive because we've got full Bone Shield in reach, and then start working on all our defenses. But that's it for this video. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.